since we're talking about AI, how AI will reinvent the platform. So in today's era, we see AI is being embedded to most of the platforms like an eye candy, just to please their clients or customers. At the same time, when it comes to your context, the stakes are much high compared to other platforms, because I guess you decide the trajectory of a lot of things, how the products are being built, how the things move in the organization, between the tech, between the product, between the designers, right? And at the same time, how do product leaders like you are deciding what to build? What's the real stuff in this era and what's the fluff? Just an exaggeration.
There are a few different ways of looking at it, right? So very quickly, if anything is more rule-based, right, then we figure out that, does a traditional software or an automation solve this better than using AI, right? Second, I was giving the example of data, right? Is the data very structured and comes in the same format such that a regular software application or an automation can solve it, versus it is more unstructured? There are different forms in which the data can come in, right? Where you use AI. Right? The third thing is, adaptiveness. Like, do the rules stay constant over a long period of time, or do they change very frequently, right? So say, for example, you are building an application to review legal terms, right? And let's say these legal terms can change very frequently because the industry is changing. Maybe there is a certain law that is being introduced in a different company, in a different geography, etc. You can still build a rule-based system with it, but it's going to take a lot of time whenever a change arises, right? Whereas an AI application might be very... So again, use that lens when we are trying to do that, right? Then the other part, which is also very important in an AI-led world, is the cost of maintenance, right? While traditional systems might be more time-consuming to build, etc., there is some predictability with the cost. Training the models is cost, using the models is costly, right? So there's also that muscle that is super important. So we look at all of these different parameters, I would say, in order to determine whether